did you not do it? Now, when Emeka's girlfriend Lillian heard, Lillian was angry. Emeka, why would you do this? Are you trying to tell me that you actually forced yourself on this girl? So you wanted to ruin this girl's life. Why on earth would you treat this girl like this? So you are this bad, you're this terrible? I thought I had somebody. I didn't know that you are this terrible. And Emeka was angry. Emeka went back to Mommy Esther's house. And this time, Jude told Emeka to get out. Henrietta told Emeka to get out. Get out. And Mommy Esther poured water on Emeka, telling Emeka to get out. Emeka came back to his own house where his girlfriend was. And, he was angry. He ran back to Henrietta's house and wanted to hit Henrietta. And Jude told Emeka, if you try it. So then that was how Emeka left and came back home. Now, Maria came to visit Henrietta. Remember, Maria was the girl who visited Emeka and saw Henrietta lying on the ground, almost unconscious, in pain, and ran to Mommy Esther to go and get help. Maria came back. Maria, became so close to Henrietta because she is also an orphan. She was adopted by a woman, though not a woman as wicked as Mommy Rebecca. So when she heard that Henrietta was an orphan, she couldn't help it. She just fell in love with Henrietta, and Maria became a sister that Henrietta never had. Maria always visited. Maria took care of Henrietta and all of that. Then one day, an information got to, Eze Brubru, the man who has employed all of them, that Emeka is intimidating Mommy Esther, and Emeka had, treated Henrietta so badly, and that Emeka would not let Mommy Esther have peace of mind in the estate. So this happens to be, Empire Holdings, the son, that is Eze Brubru's son, talking to Mommy Esther and Emeka. They gave Mommy Esther an award after Mommy Esther was retired, and they warned Emeka never to go close to that family again. And because Mommy Esther has been a good staff to the company, they decided to give Jude a job. Jude happens to be the nephew of Mommy Esther. And Jude was right there. So Jude was appreciating everybody, assuring them that he would be of best behavior. He would do everything to make the company stand. And so they came back home. They were celebrating their new win. So that is Jude celebrating Mommy Esther, Henrietta, Jude's daughter, Mesoma, and, a little Esther. Okay. So they were celebrating. Now, Maria had already been given a recommendation to work with Eze Gburuburu, that is Empire Holding. So remember, Maria is Henrietta's friend. So one day, Maria saw Eze Gburuburu's son's hand, okay, and saw a distinct mark that Henrietta also has, a bed mark, and Maria was shocked. And so when Maria came back home, Maria was telling Henrietta that, look, my boss's son has this mark that you have. And, Henrietta looked at it. In fact, Henrietta didn't see it as anything. And, Maria continued to work with Eze Gburuburu. Then one day, Maria was walking, and Maria was worried that, look, this thing I've been seeing in Henrietta's hand is the same thing I saw in your son's hand. So there was a day that, this whole thing, every time Maria sees Eze Gburuburu's son, that is child's hand, Maria will get, shocked again. As you can see, she just saw a child's hand and she was dumbfounded. She couldn't make out what that bed mark was. And for the first time, she told Eze Gburuburu's son that my friend Henrietta has this mark that you have on your hand. The boy was worried because that is a mark Now, this mark that runs in Ezegburuburu family is called a genetic trait. It could be called a familiar mark. Some people call it a birth mark, but the genetic trait mark is usually not common. It's like almost 90% that any other person that owns that kind of mark will be a member of the other family. So Eze Buruburu's son, okay, was telling the father that Maria had insisted that there is a girl that owns the same mark that he has. And when Eze Buruburu heard that, Eze Buruburu was shocked because they had lost the daughter while the daughter was 5 years old. Eze Buruburu is the owner of an empire, a flight empire. They are into commercial airlines. They are very wealthy. They looked for their daughter for so many years. That was, Charles telling the mother that somebody had discovered a girl with the hereditary trade mark. And the mother was on the floor begging the father that they have to bring that girl. They have to check. They have to be sure. And this family happens to be one of the wealthiest family in Nigeria. They have so much money. As a matter of fact, they have only one son. Now their son Charles, they've Eze Buruburu and Ngozi Buruburu. They have been looking for their daughter for so many years. They went to an event and that girl was stolen. Now that was Maria coming in. Eze Buruburu had sent for Maria. Maria was shocked that she was sent for. Eze Buruburu asked Maria, "Did you say you saw somebody, a girl with this very mark? Are you sure of what you saw?" Maria said, "Yes, I am sure. The same mark, the same position." And Eze Buruburu and the wife, they were shocked to have heard this. And so Eze Buruburu and the wife, they visited Mommy Esther's house. That was the first time that, Ngozi Buruburu saw and met with, Maria. Yeah. Now, it was Maria also telling the mother that yes, so the family thinks that Henrietta could be their daughter, their biological daughter that went missing, when she was 5. They had gone to attend an event, a wedding event, and from nowhere, Henrietta slipped out of their hand. The same girl that they call Mesoma, they gave their daughter the name Mesoma. And, Mommy Esther was comforting Henrietta, telling Henrietta they will not run out of the truth. They will not run away from the truth. Whatever happens. They will continue to be family. Now, Eze Buruburu and the wife were coming to Mommy Esther's house. Officially this time, they la right. That is Ngozi Buruburu entering the house, seeing Henrietta for the first time. Yes, you heard me right. She was moved by tears. She called Henrietta her daughter, and she saw that God has blessed them with another daughter. And she was moved. She was crying. Eze Buruburu was shocked. They didn't know what to do because seeing that Henrietta has that hereditary mark, the mother now said, "You will have to turn your back, my daughter. I want to see if you are truly my daughter." When Henrietta turned her back, Ngozi Buruburu saw a mark that Henrietta was also born with. Ngozi Buruburu could not help her tears. She was crying with Henrietta that I have found my daughter. I found my daughter. And that is a Buruburu crying, as in they were so happy. It was tears of joy. This was the first time that Henrietta came home to Eze Buruburu's house, where Henrietta met with the brother Charles. And this was when Henrietta's nanny, that is, met with Henrietta for the first time. And Henrietta remembered Nanny Silva, how she used to cry, "Nanny Silva, carry me, Nanny Silva, carry me." And at this point, They were so emotional. The entire family was emotional. And now